Hello and welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. I got 10 really hot cryptocurrencies to watch here the rest of the week. Today is July 24th. I'm going to be going over all of these signals that we just got over inside the Discord. All of these are setting up very nice. You got Chainlink in here, you got Near, you got Algorand, you got Matic, you got Chirp. SMCI even looks really good. XTZ, ARB, XRP. We're going to look at all those charts here. Before we dive in, I'm going to go ahead and go over these rules. I'm also going to be answering some chart requests inside of this video right here from the chart request thread. If you guys have chart requests throughout the week, just get them in this chart request thread. And we're going to go ahead and answer some starting up here where we left off at SUI, BBAI, and XRP. So again, if you guys have chart requests throughout the week, just drop them over here in this thread. The thread has been closed for a while because I have been out of the office and we're just trying to get caught up on all these names. So we're going to leave off, or we're going to get back into it right here where Rushy requested SUI, BBAI, and XRP. I want to hit these cryptocurrencies first because we're getting a lot of signals. We've been waiting for these signals here for the last couple of days, and we're finally getting them. So before we jump in, guys, I just want to go over the trading rules for everybody that is new, and it's a good refresher for everybody who is still here on the channel. I look at my trading rules every single day because I need to stay disciplined and I need to understand what it is I'm looking for when it comes to investing. Because if you don't have an investing strategy, folks, you're going to get killed in this game. 90% of people get crushed in the stock market because they let their emotions take over, okay? Having a plan gives you the ability to stay disciplined and follow a blueprint. This is our blueprint for exactly what we are looking for, and I'm just going to go over it real quick before we get into it. So first things first is we are not day traders here on this channel, guys. We are swing traders that focus on a monthly and a daily chart. Okay, we have a 1 to 6 month time frame for our positions. So that means we are buying and we are holding for 1 to 6 months. Okay, we enter and exit positions using our trading indicators. Okay, the green dot means buy and the red dot means sell. When I talk about the red and green dots here today, I'm going to be talking about these signals down here. You can see SMCI is the first one that I want to cover here today. That one gave a monthly alert back there in June at around $40, and we are pushing up. So what the green dot tells us is that we are going up for the next 1 to 6 months. Okay, this is a bullish reversal signal. It simply just means we're going up on whatever time frame you're looking at. So if you're looking at a 4-hour chart, you get a 4-hour dot, you got to imagine it's going to probably go up here for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 days, maybe even a month. So we focus more on the monthly chart. So again, we're focusing on a monthly chart because we're in that 1 to 6 month time frame. So the first thing we look for on any chart before we take a trade is the green dot on the monthly chart. Okay, why is the green dot important on the monthly chart? Well, with our timeline, with our time frame, we are 1 to 6 months out. So if we're buying something, for example, let's just take this dot right here on Bitcoin back in October of 2023. That was right there at 27,000. Okay, it's obviously sitting all the way up here at 120 today. But you can see after that dot, we went up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. We had a little pullback. We had a red dot, a little pullback. Got another one right here in November. That was at around 70. It went up for about 2 months right there. It wasn't the 6-month run, but it was about a 2-month push up. Okay, we got another red dot. We pulled back there in February and March back to 76. Got another dot right there in May at around 93, and now we're pushing up. So the most important thing with our strategy, guys, is that we are looking for names that have a green dot on the monthly. We do not want to trade names, okay? We do not want to trade names that are red on the monthly because red means we're going down, okay? That green dot in rule number 4 tells us that the direction is in our favor for our time frame, for our timeline. Okay, the monthly chart, that monthly dot is the first thing we're looking for. Okay, after we get the green dot on the monthly, then what we are looking for is the daily or the 4-hour. So you can see right here, we buy the day of the daily alert as long as the monthly is green. So as long as the monthly alert is, or as long as the monthly dot is green, you can see down here I got 2 equations. Okay, the buy strategy is monthly green dot plus daily green dot equals buy. Okay, the second one is monthly green dot plus 4-hour dot equals buy. Okay, so yes, we also incorporate the 4-hour here. These are just 2 different strategies. So like Bitcoin here, okay, you can see the green dot here on the monthly. So we should be in here on the daily and in here on the 4-hour looking for those green dots on the smaller time frames. Because if the macro direction, right, each candle right here is 1 month's worth of time. This is a month. This is a month's worth of price action. This is a month's worth of price action. This is a month's worth of price action. If you come in here to the daily, this is a daily right? This is the price action on the day, the day, the day. So as long as the monthly dot is green, what we want to be doing is in here on the daily and the 4 hour, looking for pullbacks, looking for these green dots. And the lower the wave on the indicator down here, the better. And you can see that green dot came right there in June. That was a great time to buy Bitcoin right there at 100,000. That's a 20% move. 20% is a great return, especially if you're only holding it for 2 or 3 weeks. Okay, that's a good trade right there. Okay, so again, as long as the monthly dot is green on the names that we're owning, right, or the names that we're looking to trade, look at all these names on my watch list. All of these names, a lot of them, most of them, have a green dot on the monthly. You can see Chainlink, green dot on the monthly. So what am I looking for on Chainlink? I'm looking for that daily dot, the daily green dot, or the 4 hour. And this is what I want to talk about here today. You can see we got the 4 hour here on Chainlink. So that's saying right here at 18, this is a great spot to be buying. Why? Because we have the green dot on the monthly. This tells us we're going up for the next 1 to 6 months, right? We're holding on for 1 to 6 months till we hit our price targets, and I'll get into the sell strategy here in just a second. But as long as this dot is green on Chainlink, I should be looking for every opportunity to buy. Okay, and again, we did get that signal called out here in the Discord on the 4 hour, and I'm going to hit these charts here for you guys here in just a second. But you can see Link was called out at 5 a.m. this morning. Okay, you also got SUI, you also got Link, you also got SEI, HBAR, ADA, XLM, INJ. All of these names have a green dot on their monthly charts. Okay, and they're giving you that 4 hour entry signal. So as long as the macro direction is in our favor, right, as long as the dot is green on the monthly, we are actively looking at the 4 hour and the daily. Okay, the 4 hour, we want the big green dot. Okay, not necessarily these dots here, but the big green dot, there's a difference on the indicator. And by the way, if you guys do not have these indicators, if you guys do not have the red and green dots and this Fibonacci tool that I'm going to get to here in just a second, you guys can download that over here inside of the Discord under the trading indicator tab. I also have a free trading course over here that you guys can watch as well. There's about 7 or 8 videos in here that pretty much takes you through everything that I'm talking about right now. If you guys want to go more in depth with it, but that is the strategy in a nutshell. Okay, we're looking for the macro direction to be in our favor, and then we are looking for pullbacks on the smaller time frames like the daily and the 4 hour. And Chainlink got one. Chainlink pulled back like from 20 all the way down here to 817. That's a 15% drop. That's a good 15% drawdown to look for an entry, to look for a candle. So these green dots, with the 4 hour, we want the big green dot. So you can add alerts to this indicator that will actually alert you. You could set your own alerts up. We have all the alerts that get called out over here. You can see the monthly red dots, the 4 hour red dots. We got the 4 hour, the daily, the weekly, and the monthly alerts all getting called out over here in the Discord. We also got the golden dots. We had a golden dot today on MOH. Okay, but you could actually set these up. But there's 2 different kinds of green dots. So one's the big green circle, and the second one is the small green dot. Okay, there's 2 different signals in there. Okay, so on the 4 hour, you want the big green circle. The difference between the big green circle and the small green dot is that the big green circle has that shaded area down here. Okay, you can see, boom, this one does not have a shaded area. This one does not have a shaded area. This is only with the 4 hour. Okay, the last time we got a shaded area, right, a big green dot on the 4 hour at Chainlink was all the way back here at $11. Okay, you can see, look at that, boom. Okay, $11, it ripped all the way up there to 20. So you're getting the same signal here, except now it has a green dot on the monthly. So I think altcoins and are really just getting started here, folks. Every pullback we get, this pullback has been an absolute buying opportunity, and you're seeing the signal come in here today, and this chart just looks strong, like it wants to continue here. We're in a definite price discovery. If your name has a green dot on the monthly, folks, it's time to hold. Which brings me into the selling strategy. Okay, we have 2 different selling strategies. Sell strategy number 1 is we want to sell on a big red dot in the red zone. So just how I talked about the big green dots there on the 4 hour, the one with the shaded area. Okay, the daily doesn't matter so much. We're just looking for the normal, any green dot on the daily is good. The 4 hour, you want to make sure that wave is way down here. That just means it's more oversold when you get that big green dot. So the sell strategy number 1 is a big red dot in the red zone on the daily. So when I talk about the red zone, I'm talking about the Fibonacci. If you guys don't know what a Fibonacci tool is, okay, this is also included over here in the course. There's a great video. This is not my video. This is some guy on YouTube, but he explains the Fibonacci tool very, very well. That's in that free trading course over here. Again, we got 7 or 8 videos over here you guys can watch. but this is a really good video right here to learn about the Fibonacci tool. But the red zone is up here. This is the red zone. You can see back here in December, this was a great time to be selling. You had the big red dot with the shaded area right up here in the red zone. Great time to take profits. Great time to sell. Right here, red dot in the red zone, great time to sell. Okay, so our target is always up here. So right now, the target on Link, my first target for Link, this is my largest position, is from $26 to $30. Okay, that's my first target. That's my first selling strategy. Okay, that's my first, and everyone wants to talk about a buying strategy, no one wants to talk about a selling strategy, guys. A selling strategy is just as important as a buying strategy. You got to know where to sell. If you're shooting a gun and you don't have a target, you're probably going to hit something you don't want to hit, right? You need to have something you're aiming at in order to, right, take profits, because we're not forever holders. We're not maxis, okay? I mean, some people are in the group, and that's fine. But with me, I want to play the wave, right? I want to be buying down in this area, down here at 10, and selling up here at 30. That's a 200% move. I take my profits up here, wait for it to recorrect, buy back in down here, and continue to hold. So I'm not a forever holder. Again, I wouldn't want to, for example, hold my Bitcoin. You can see the red dots on the monthly. We're coming back here in April of 2021 at 63. This one came right here in December of 2021. Well, yes, you're still higher, but if you were buying up here in this area and you had to hold from 60 all the way down to 16, I mean, you lost 74% of your investment, right? If you entered in here and held. And that happened over a year and a half. So you had to watch your portfolio go down for a year and a half because you didn't take your profits. Whereas you could have took your profits, just held cash, went to the beach, did whatever you do, go, fishing, go, out on the water, go camping, go do something, right? Go play laser tag. I don't care. Go to the basketball courts, okay? And it sold all the way back off down here to 17, gave you the green dot right there in January, and ripped. So I'm not a forever holder, guys. I'm always looking for a place to take some off the table and then looking for places to re-enter. So again, for Chainlink, we'd be looking for this to come back up here in the red zone, just like it did back here in December of 2024 and right there in January before it sold off from 28 all the way down here to 10. Okay, so we're targeting right now on Link up here at 28, and we got that 4-hour dot here today, so this would be a great place to add. I personally am not adding because my position is already so large. Okay, you can see that green dot right there on the monthly. It's pointing straight up. So that's sell strategy number one. Again, we want to sell the red dots, okay, in the red zone. You see we're getting red dots right now, but we're not up in the red zone yet, okay? This is, you can take some off the table if you want, but the target is up here, right? We're aiming for this area, okay? Because price always retracts to the red zone, okay? Markets move in waves. Okay, it always retracts to the red zone. So that's our target right there, 26 to 28. And then the second sell strategy is that we just look to the stochastic RSI. That's going to be the light blue line on the trading indicator when that hits the white dotted line on the monthly chart. So this strategy is for the monthly. The first one I just talked about is for the daily. So we don't use this Fibonacci tool on anything bigger than the daily. It doesn't matter on the weekly. It doesn't matter on the monthly. So when I talk about that stochastic RSI, okay, that's that light blue line here. Just that light blue line. Okay, when that comes up and touches this white dotted line is our other sell target. Okay, that's our other sell strategy. So you can see back here, it did it in May 2024. That was in March at $22. It sold all the way off. Okay, and then it hasn't actually reclaimed that ever since. Okay, ETH's another good example of that. You can see ETH touched right here in March, right there around 4,000, sold off to 1,300. Right here back in 2021, all the way up there. So that's just another target for us. And you can see Ethereum's only sitting at 41, so that white dotted line actually represents 100. So if you think about it, we're only 42% of the way there on Ethereum. So I'm still expecting altcoins to absolutely explode here into the end of the year. Okay, my target has been Q4 to Q1 since like April. So yeah, that's the sell strategy, guys, in a nutshell. So let me just go over these alerts now that you guys have a feel for that. You can see SMCI here. Okay, SMCI has a green dot on the monthly. So what are we looking for? We're looking to the daily and the 4-hour. And guess what? It has a daily alert popping up here today. That was called out over here inside of the Discord. SMCI daily dot, okay? It doesn't pop up in the 4-hour or the daily if the monthly dot is not green. So all of these names right now that are getting called out, all of them have monthly dots. If they don't, let me know. I'm not 100%. Sometimes things change and I don't see it. So when you guys call it out, that's great. But SMCI has the daily alert right here bouncing off of 50. Target would be up here between 80 and 90 on this trade. And again, as long as the dot is green on the monthly, we are long and we are holding and we are looking for pullbacks. So I like SMCI here at 50. I think it's got a range back up there to 80. We got IMX. That one gave the 4 hour. Again, this one has a monthly dot. It's right down here at a big support level down here at like 37. This one looks really good. Chirp, nice 4 hour dot here. Got a lot of room to go there on the 4 hour. There's no data on this one yet. So this is a very new coin, very new project that we bought here. And it's more of a long-term investment. You can see it just came out back in January. So it's brand new. So that's more of a fundamental play, but it is given the 4 hour. You got Matic giving you the 4 hour here as well. That has a green dot there on the monthly. You can see that's trying to bounce right there off of 22 and looks good. Algorand, same thing. Nice little pullback. Algorand is also green on the monthly, folks. The last time we got a green dot on the monthly was back in November. We went from 11 all the way up to 60. That's a 500% move. Algorand looks fantastic here. Okay. Near also, same thing. That one actually doesn't have the green dot yet. So this is one that's not, it's lagging, okay, but it has the weekly. So the weekly dot will normally come before the monthly, but this one looks good. Again, if Ethereum and all the ships start rising, it will look good. But that one doesn't have the monthly yet, so you would be anticipating the monthly dot coming here. Okay, but this one we talked about for a while. Gone down for 8 months in a row. The last time it did that was back here in February. It went all the way down to $1, and then it jumped all the way up there to around 9. So that was a beautiful move right there. 800%, guys. Okay, $1 to $9 is an 800% move. You put in 1,000 down here, you made 8,000 all the way back to the top. So Near is a very interesting one, but it does not have the monthly yet. SUI given the 4 hour here, this one looks good. Again, no data on that one because it's very new, but the weekly is pointing up. So I like that one as long as it can hold on to that 350 level. Chainlink we just talked about. Again, that got the 4 hour alert there. That was called out in the Discord. And I mean, this thing is absolutely ready to explode. HBAR, same thing. 4 hour alert there, and you got the green monthly. So again, we got the green monthly. That's why it's on our watch list. Now we are looking to the 4 hour and the daily for opportunities to add. The 4 hour big green dot that was just called out over here. Okay, you can see HBAR right here. Boom. Okay, that is an opportunity to look for a position. Okay, because again, the monthly is green. We're playing that monthly candle. We're watching for this thing to explode over the next 1 to 6 months, and we're looking for opportunities to add, right? So I think HBAR looks fantastic. Yes, it could come down here to 20, but I think it's definitely finding some buyers down here in this area based on the 4 hour. And that monthly chart still looks very, very good. We got SEI here. SEI, same thing. We've been talking about this for a while. No data on the monthly. So if you don't see the indicator on the monthly chart, it's because it's too new. It just came out in 2023, so there's not enough data to interpret what color it is. You'd have to zoom in here to the weekly. Okay, see, we got the weekly dot back there in June a couple weeks ago at 20 cents. And that thing's pumping now. So you can see the stochastic on the monthly is still low. So our target would be up here at 100. So when that comes back up here and touches the white dotted line, we take some profits. Okay, and you can see the daily has a lot of room to go between 60 and 70. You got Cardano here giving you a 4 hour alert. Again, Cardano was green on the monthly for a second, but it must have faded away. I think Cardano's going to do very, very well. That one's got some room back up here to $1 to $1.20. We got XLM. XLM is green here on the monthly. And yeah, we got the 4 hour alert. So this one's looking good too. We also had INJ give a 4 hour. Again, this one's green on the monthly. This is another big cryptocurrency on the Atom network, on the Cosmos network. We also got XRP bouncing here off at $3. Very nice bounce there. And that also has the green dot there on the monthly chart, looking really good. XCN does not have the monthly yet, so I got to put that one on the red list. Chirp we covered. Here's Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic also has the monthly, and it's given a 4 hour dot, so that'd be a great place to add there. We also got XTZ. XTZ's looking like a monster here too. Looking really good with the monthly dot, and again, you got the 4 hour there. We also had ARB. ARB doesn't have any data, I believe, here. You can see the stochastics down there at 25, so that one's got a lot of room to go. These guys partnered with Robinhood. Robinhood's building their own blockchain on the ARB network, so that's super bullish in my opinion for the tech. That's why I own it. and it's bouncing nicely off of 40 there. And again, that thing's pointing straight up right now. I think that was it for today. We had one for Ave too. Ave also green here on the monthly. Everything's pointing up, so we're looking for opportunities to add. Nice pullback on this one from 340 down here to 280. I think this one looks very, very good here too. Very, very good. But that's it for the alerts. So that's kind of how I check my alerts every morning, guys. I log on here. If you guys have the indicator, if you set your own alerts, you could check the alerts out right here. They're also called out over here in the Discord. And again, if you guys do not have these indicators, you guys can download those right over here inside the trading indicator tab. Just click this link. Takes a couple of clicks and everything loads directly into your trading view account. Okay, everything is going to look exactly like my screen when you do that. If you guys need help or support with that, feel free to shoot me an email. Let's go ahead and look at your guys' chart requests real quick. Again, we're going to start up here with our boy Rushy. Again, if you guys got those chart requests, that thread will be opening again here shortly. Let's look at SUI. We just looked at this one, but I still like it a lot above 350. So that one has a little more room to our first target of around $5. Monthly chart, big move this month so far. The weekly chart's still pushing up. I think this one's still a hold. And I like the 4 hour here. You should see that direction start to go the other way. My first target would be up there at $5. What else we got here? BBAI. So again, this one's in the red zone. So this is not a good place to go long on BBAI. Okay, this is not the place we want to be looking to add to a name. We want to be buying down in this area on the fib. Okay, we were calling this one out at $2.50 to $3. It's up here at $8. Well, if you guys were entering when we were entering, you're up 160 to 200% off that trade already. So we'd be actually taking profits up here using our strategy because, again, after a 200% move, yes, it could keep going. It absolutely could keep going. But, again, we don't want to be greedy here. So if you're holding on to BBAI, I would use a stop loss at like 690 if you want to play the continuation. But if it breaks 690, I would sell it and protect my gains. What else we got? I just did all these, so I'm going to go ahead and exit these. Boom. Okay, cleared them out. So what else we got? XRP we just covered. CNFR. CNFR. That's got the monthly alert, but again, just because it has a monthly alert doesn't mean it's a good buy. This chart is down and to the right, so I don't like this one. It's a penny stock, so hopefully you know something about the company or about the stock. OPK was the next one. This one also looks like a penny stock here, so I just want to encourage you guys to do your own due diligence on these penny stocks. Obviously, they're very, very small, very, very new companies. This one doesn't have the monthly yet. So if you're playing the daily on this one, you're probably just going to want to make sure this one holds on to that 120 level right there. That's the bottom of the fib. So if you're playing this one, target would be up here between $180 and $2. But guys, I personally do not trade penny stocks, and both of those are penny stocks. I'd rather trade good quality companies, good quality crypto projects that have earnings, that have fundamentals. I'm not saying these companies don't have fundamentals, but it's just riskier buying penny stocks than it is something like Apple or Tesla or, you know, companies with earnings that have a lot of staying power, that have a lot of institutional investors backing them, you know. So it's not bad to have a couple penny stocks or a couple meme coins in your portfolio. I have two, right? I have two really low cap crypto projects. One is Riz and the other one is Chirp. Those are longer term holds. I am just holding on to those and watching them grow over time because of the fundamentals. So technically, I just don't like to look at penny stocks with this strategy. Bonk, B-O-N-K. This one is sitting right there at about the 50% line. We'd just be looking for a 4 hour or a daily dot to enter on this one. Okay, so watch those alerts over here in the Discord, right under the 4 hour and the daily. Watch for Bonk here because, again, the monthly is going to be green. There's no data, but the candle is big and fat. And the weekly came right there back at around $0.015. So with that being said, I'd be looking for the 4 hour or the daily alert here on Bonk. B-O-N-K, the meme coin. Where are we at now? Let's get back to the chart requests here. By the way, if you guys have chart requests throughout this, just go ahead and drop them over here. By the way, if we can get this video to 300 likes on today's video, I will give away 100 XRP. Here's Aerodome Finance. I have this one in my portfolio. It had a nice little run up from around 60. I think my average cost is around 62, so it's sitting at 88. It's looking pretty good. Red dot on the daily, so we're getting a little micro pullback. But if you look at the weekly, everything is still trending up. The weekly's still green. We don't have any indication of the monthly, but I really like how the monthly chart is just kind of curling up here. I really like Aerodome here. I think this one also had a 4-hour dot print here today. So this one's super strong, still above 80 cents. If 80 cents breaks, we'll just have to find a level that makes sense to buy it. But we are trending up, and we are up above the 200-day moving average. We use that EMA there. That is the average price over the last 6 months. Okay, that 200 EMA, I actually think it's 180 now. I think I changed it to 180, but same kind of vicinity, right? When we're below the 200-day moving average, we're in a downtrend. When we're up above it, we're in an uptrend. This was a great place to buy Arrow. I averaged down on Arrow right here at around 66, or bought more right there at 66, and it's been on a ride. So I still like this one. I still think this is a great hold. Target, again, is always up there at the top of the red zone. Okay, I'm going to turn that back on, and you can see the red zone's up here at $2. So that's my target on Aerodome, and I would just say that one's a hold. And if you're not in it yet, just look to average down or buy more on the daily or the 4-hour if it makes sense. SUI, we already covered this one. I think $5 is a good level to watch for that. Here's CLSK. I still have a very small position in this. We're just kind of putting in a bull flag right now. That stochastic's getting really low. I'm watching for a daily or a 4-hour on this one. Okay, the monthly is green. We got that monthly dot back in June right there at around 850, and it's been moving. It hit as high as 14. So now what I'm looking for is another green dot on the daily or that 4-hour dot. That could come here anytime. I'd be watching the 4-hour alert on this one, and then the target's up here between 18 and 20. Bonk, we just covered. SBET. SBET is trending down right now. So your time to buy that was right here off that green dot at $10. It went all the way up there to 40. That was a 300% move right there. And now it's selling back off. So again, watching for that daily or that 4-hour dot here on SBET if you want to add to that one. But this was not a bad place to take some off up here at 40. Looks like it got rejected on that 50% line there at $40. I mean, if you're up 300%, obviously there's going to be some profit taken. Smart money does not care when they're up 300%. They're taking some off the table, selling 25%, 50%. You don't always have to sell the full position, but you want to take some off if you're up 300%. Don't be greedy. We got Prime from Shelly. Prime's still just trending down. So does this one have a monthly yet? We can't see the data on the monthly. This one's way down here. I don't know too much about this project. That's why it's not on my watch list, but looks like it bottomed right back here at about $1.20 back in the day. So I'd just be looking for that green dot there on the monthly for Prime. RZLV, it's like an AI company. That one is green on the monthly. So we're in here on the daily, and we're in here on the 4-hour looking for entries, right? Looking for the green dots, the big green dots on the 4-hour, just like you got right there. You see the shaded area on that 4-hour dot. Okay, right there at $1.90. And it pumped all the way up to around 4. That was a beautiful move. So either wait for another one of those on the 4-hour or a daily alert, just like you got right here at around 270. But that one has a big range too, back up to $12 to $14. Looks like they have pretty decent earnings. So these guys are really new. Looks like an AI play. It looks interesting. Looks very interesting. Mara, another crypto miner here. I guess they just did an offering. So an offering is where they're selling shares to a big institutional investor. And they're buying billions of shares. So I still think this one has room up to 26 to 28. This was not a bad place to take some off on that red dot right there at around 20. But it is selling off now. So again, we need to wait for that daily signal. We want to buy the daily or the 4-hour dot as long as the monthly is green. The monthly is still green. So we're simply just looking for pullbacks. You see that 4-hour is probably going to come here any minute on Mara. If you can get Mara at $16, I think that'd be a great buy. So watching the 4-hour and the daily on Mara there. We got ASTS. ASTS is up here in price discovery. Our trade is over, right? Our trade was right here at 44. That was our trade. This was our trade right in here. This one's just too high for our type of trade. This is a great day trading stock, but I wouldn't be buying this one up here. I'd be probably setting a stop loss right there at 54 and just protecting my gains. Because again, if I was buying this, I was either buying on this dot when the daily stochastic was down here, I was buying down here in this area, right into that 200-day moving average. The 200-day moving average is another great reference to use. You guys got to think about that as the average over 6 months. That's ultimately what it is, right? If we're using 180 or a 200-day moving average, that is the average price over 180 days or 200 days, whatever you decide to set that EMA at. The new default is right there at 180. You guys can change that by clicking on this setting. The 200 is a very popular one, but I'm using the 180. And again, when the price comes into that, that means you're at the average. So right now, ASTS is sitting at a 50% premium off the average price over 6 months. Again, that's 50% higher than the average price over the last 6 months. So if you were to go to the grocery store and buy your groceries at a 50% premium, you bought your milk today at 50% more expensive because it's Thursday, okay, how would you feel about that? Probably not too good. So we don't want to do that either, right? We have that cheat sheet over here in the Discord, okay? This mean, this average, that dotted line down there on the chart, okay, that is our average. We don't want to buy when we're extended off of that average. If you're 50, 60% off of the mean, off of the average, you want to be taking profits. You want to be looking for places to sell, okay? Because if you're holding, you're waiting, you're trying to time the top. We want to get out around the top, okay? And when you're 50 to 60% off the 6-month average as a 1 to 6 month investor, right, that's typically when you want to take your profits, okay? At least me. I don't want to be greedy and I don't want to hold the bag forever and then sit through a big sell-off, right? Big sell-off. You don't want to sit through this. I'd rather cash out up here, re-enter down here. And you can see this bounced right on that 200, bounced right on the EMA, bounced right on the EMA, and it's absolutely ripping now. So this one looks good. I'd honestly be a seller of ASTS. Tomorrow we covered BDX. BDX is almost green here on the monthly. I like this one as long as it can hold on to that low right there. I'm going to say 160. Up above 160, I like it. That green dot will probably come here in the next couple of months. So I don't know anything about this company either, but it's been hit really hard. I'd be looking to buy that one on the monthly there. Okay, if you want to anticipate it, I don't think this looks like a bad place to do so either. Wormhole, you guys could just call out the ticker for me. So this one's W. That one's green there on the monthly. I don't got any data on my indicator though. So you got a green candle here. I'm going to guess the weekly's green. So if you like this one, go ahead, but it's too new of a project for me to really have an opinion. It's only been out since October of 2024. So I can't see any data on my indicator. Therefore, I can't really tell you anything. I can tell you right now that we're bouncing off of 5 cents. 5 cents is the current support. So you want to see us explode higher now. Link we just covered. Again, green on the monthly. I'm eating this one up. This is my largest position, guys. My largest position. Okay, I would look to buy that one here off this green dot at $17, $18. If it comes down to 16, even better. Okay, I think this one is going to go to the moon. I think this one's going to at least 30 bucks. Okay, my target is always, the first target's always up here in the red zone. So I'd look to sell some Link up here around 30. And then I'd be looking to our second sell strategy and looking for that stochastic to get back up here as well. But I think that one has a long, long way to go before you see a top on chain. I like that one. I'd be buying any pullbacks on that. Here's Pepe. Pepe I'm going to put on the watch list just because it doesn't have any monthly data yet. So looking for the 4-hour or the daily. Got the 4-hour, looks like today. So looks good right here around 0.0012. I would be adding to that. Or starting a position if I haven't yet. ARB. ARB also gave the 4-hour today, and that monthly's curling up. I really like ARB. That one's in my portfolio as well. Algorand looks fantastic too. That monthly dot is extremely, extremely attractive. I really like Algorand. My target on that's up there between 45 and 50 cents. We got XLM. XLM, same thing, kind of pulling back here. But again, it's got the monthly alert here. So we're looking for these pullbacks. These pullbacks are opportunities. So I'd like to see XLM hold on to that 35 cent support level. I would definitely have a stop loss there or simply look to add to your position there. We'll see when that daily green dot comes. Let's watch for that daily green dot there for the reversal signal. We got RSR. RSR. Looking for the monthly. That one needs the monthly. Regen. Healthcare stocks are getting racked, but this is a big pharmaceutical company here. They got really good earnings, well, decent earnings, but they are we're looking for that monthly alert there. That'll be the confirmation. Okay, all healthcare stocks. I told you guys yesterday, healthcare stocks look really good in the Discord. They're very beaten up, very oversold. A good example is UNH. One of the biggest companies in the world is very oversold. This is a lifetime. I mean, as long as they don't go bankrupt, I mean, this is a great opportunity. The last time this wave on the monthly chart was down here was all the way back in 2008. Okay, that was 7 years ago. It was at 25. It went all the way up to 634. So obviously the new administration is very hard on these healthcare companies, but the second these things start giving monthly dots, I think it's going to be very, very attractive. I have a couple of healthcare plays in my portfolio. I got Pfizer off the monthly here. I also bought Oscar off the monthly here. And then there was one more, Novavax. I took that Novavax trade off the monthly alert. So I really like healthcare stocks here. I think they're going to do very good in the coming 6 to 12 months. So that's why I'm holding on to those. Those aren't day trades. Those are 1 to 6 month holds because their stocks have been absolutely crushed. Okay, and institutional investors want to buy stocks that are way down, not way up. Right? They want to buy stuff that's cheap. You want to buy when they're fearful, sell when they're greedy. We want to get in before the hype. And I think there's going to be a lot of hype in healthcare over the next year or two. I think there's going to be a lot of attention going to that sector here. It's a great sector to be in after like a bull run, right? Healthcare stocks normally perform good when tech performs bad. So I think when people rotate out of crypto, when people rotate out of tech, they'll go into these healthcare stocks. So we're just getting positioned before all that happens. Oscar, I still like this one a lot. I took a position right there at like 1330. I got in off this dot right here. Maybe it was at 1340, somewhere in this area, off that green dot that was called out in the Discord. It pumped up to 16 yesterday, sold off a little bit here today. So just looking for opportunities to hold. Again, we're holding until we hit our targets. Our target's always up here in the red zone, just like it was back here in June. Great target to buy, or great target to sell. Great time to sell. Red dot in the red zone. Red dots in the red zone, taking profits. It's sold off. That's why I bought it. And it's also got the green monthly. So I still think Oscar looks good. That's just a hold until we hit our targets. DJT, has that thing done anything yet? I fell asleep on this one. I sold and put my money elsewhere. Looking for the monthly on that one. I want to see the monthly alert come through on DJT there. Now we got STX. You're probably talking about the crypto. That one's really close to getting the green dot on the monthly. I really like STX here. Stacks, this one looks really good. Okay, up above 50. We've been talking about this one this whole time for like probably the last 4 or 5 months. It's just building a base right now. But when that green dot comes, I think this thing's going to absolutely explode. And I think that could probably happen here in the next, probably August. I'm going to say August, this thing will have a green dot on its monthly chart. That's in probably 7 days here. We're getting those new monthlies. So I really like that one. SPA. This one had the golden dot back here at around, I don't know, 1.02. It's sitting right at that same price. So if you're playing the golden dot, this is still a good level to either hold or buy. Okay, targets up here between 3 and 3.5. I don't know anything about that one. I don't know why it was on my watch list, but that did give a golden dot there. But again, if a golden dot comes on a crappy company or a crappy project that you know nothing about, it doesn't mean buy. It means do your research on the company, do your research on the project, make sure they're legit, do your due diligence, and then go, right? Fundamentals matter, guys. Technicals are like 90% of the game for us, but 10% of fundamentals are important. You need to know what you're buying. Okay, you don't want to buy shit coins or meme coins or anything like that because this strategy just doesn't work. This strategy is for good quality companies. I got Coinbase here, got Block, got SEI, got Krispy Kreme donuts in the house, MRK, Solana. Okay, here's Solana right here. Okay, also really nice move up here to 210, and now it's pulling back a little bit, but it's green on the monthly. So we are extremely, extremely bullish on Solana. We are looking to buy any and every pullback on this, and I'm glad we're finally getting one. We're getting a little correction here after we've ran hot. I think this could come down to 170 and bounce. Okay, watching that 180-day moving average there on the 4-hour. If that comes down to 170, absolutely load the truck up. Okay, everyone got a little excited up here at 200. They're just flushing out all the people that bought up here at 200. Okay, now they're down 20%. And they're like, oh, what just happened? Okay, they're freaking out. But this thing's trend. I think we're going straight up for the next 1 to 6 months on on Solana. Again, I'd be a holder, and I'd be looking to add potentially on these green dots on the daily and also the 4 hour. We got Cardano, ADA Cardano. That dot did show up. That was called out in the Discord over here. Where was that? When they all got called out, you got Chainlink there, CRO, Algorand was called out, HBAR, Neo, XLM. I don't know where Cardano got called. Look at all those dailies. Cardano got called out somewhere over there. It actually did pop off. I remember it popping off. So again, just looking for the 4 hour and the daily alerts now. And then our target's up here between 110 and 120 on Cardano. I still really like that one as well. We've got AVAX. AVAX doesn't have the dot yet. So if you're anticipating the dot, this looks like a good place to buy AVAX. If you want to anticipate it, watch for a green dot here on the daily. Again, I don't recommend anticipating it, but with the way things are moving right now, if your name doesn't have a dot yet, there's a really good chance it's going to get a dot either by the end of July, or if not in July, in August for sure. Personally, I kind of think AVAX is a dead project. I don't know a lot of people using or building on it, but hey, if you want to play it, the target's up here between 48 and 50 on Avalanche. Here's ET, Energy Transfer. Needs the green dot there on the monthly. WMT, red dot. No, thank you. Okay, need that monthly alert. Your best request is Pepsi. Pepsi we called out at the beginning of the month right here at 130. It's all the way up here to 144. Target on that's up here at between 170 and 180, but Pepsi looks very, very strong here. Okay, looking to add on any and every 4 hour and daily dot. Looks like they had a really good earnings. They made $22 billion last quarter. They beat expectations, so I think that one's heading right back to 170, 180. I like Pepsi. These other two are very, no thank you. DHI, says DR Horton. Had the big earnings there. You got the green dot on the monthly, so I like DR Horton. We played Nail. Okay, I bought Nail. This is a home builder ETF. So you can see daily home builder and supplies ETF. It's actually a leverage ETF, but when you buy it, it's like you're buying into companies like DR Horton. So you're getting exposure to multiple and not just one, but DR Horton looks good. I think it's going to perform very well. They had great earnings. Target on that's up here between 180 and 200 bucks. ASML, excuse me. ASML has the green on the monthly, and you got this big sell-off. What is ASML? I think they make, what do they make? Parts for... If you guys don't have the research tool, you guys can become a member by coming up here and signing up in this thread. You get access to all of this stuff. But the research tool, all you got to do is type in /info, and then you type in your ticker. This works for stocks and cryptocurrencies. Then you click on it and hit enter, and it pulls up exactly what it does. So you can see it's an advanced technological systems for the semiconductor industry, specializing in the development of photographic, I don't know that word, systems used in the production of, I don't even know all this stuff, but it has to do with semiconductors. You can see they're involved in AI and Internet of Things. So that looks like a really interesting play here, actually. I actually really like this one, and I would definitely be looking to buy on the next daily to 4 hour. This is probably my favorite request of the day. This is probably my favorite looking chart of the day, okay, because this blue wave is way down here on the daily, and we have that monthly dot showing up right here. So I really like this one. This is probably my favorite request of the day, and that thing has room back up here to 1,000 to 1,100. So I like that one. I would definitely buy. I'd probably buy it right here off the daily and use a stop loss at 7. So watch for that daily alert to come out. That will be called out right here in the Discord. That's probably my favorite one of the day. ASML. Rumble. Rumble. Green on the monthly, so target on that's 14 to 16 there. I'd just be holding. PDSB. That's a penny stock, so be careful. It's got some room up there to 350 to $4. COP. This is that one's green on the monthly. So you got the green monthly alert there. Let's add that one to our watch list. This is another good looking stock here if you guys want to play the oil and gas industry. That's got some room up to 110 to 20. I took an oil and gas play, I believe, 2 days ago on HAL. These guys are oil drillers, so they drill the mines or the drills or however that works. They drill to get the oil, and they're based in America. So this one has a little more meat on the bone up there to 36. Something like COP doesn't have a lot of room, but I do think they pay a pretty nice dividend. So I mean, back to the top of the red zone right now is literally only like 20%. So I like it. I think it does look good. It does look like it wants to break out here. If that can get over 100, you should see that one fly back up here to 115 to 120. LYB. LYB. That's got the grade monthly as well. So if you want to play the grade monthly, this looks like a good spot to do it. Target on that would be 90 to 100. VVPR. That one's up there. Yeah. I don't know, guys. These penny stocks to me are just I don't like the trade them. It's in the red zone, so it would have made sense to buy this one right here in June at 350. It went all the way up to 9, but now it looks like it's selling off. So I'd wait for another pullback at a green dot on that one. GRRR. I have been really trying to buy this one. I just don't know enough about the company. That's what's lagging for me. But on this next daily green dot, I would look to add to GRR. I don't know a lot about it. I know they have a little bit of earnings here. They're an AI company, but the target on that one looks like it's up here at around 40. It still looks good. You guys could see it's still above that moving average there. So it's still above the 6-month. Again, we want to buy stuff that's up above that moving average a lot of the time. Okay, unless the stock's just been absolutely beaten up and we're getting that monthly alert. But as long as it's above the 6-month moving average, that's good, right? If we break down and lose that, that's when we're in trouble. That's when we should be looking for the bottom of this fib level. Okay, and that's all the way down at $2. So I like this one as long as it can hold on to 16. But if we get a green dot on the daily, I think you take a spin on that one on the next daily dot as long as it holds $16. AVAX we covered. Asana. Needs the green dot there on the monthly. Target would be up there between 24 and 26. RCT. I'm going to try to get all caught up here today so we can open these chart requests back up to you guys. That one's green on the daily. Looks like a very new play here. Looks like they had earnings. They didn't do too bad. Red Cloud Holdings. So this looks good above $2. This is actually an interesting looking penny stock. I don't dabble in penny stocks, but it does look interesting. It's very new. It just came out in March. So, yeah, as long as it can hold on to this support, that low right there, it looks fine. Okay, as long as that green dot holds, we are bullish. I like that one over $2. Okay, I wouldn't take it simply because I don't trade penny stocks, but it does look good for somebody looking to go long. TTD, I still like this one back up here to 120 to 140. Okay, this one got absolutely hit very hard. I called this one out right over here in June at around 68, 70 bucks, and it's pushing its way back up to the red zone. Again, we want to sell in the red zone and buy down here in the golden zone, right? That's a good thing, and it's breaking out over the average now, so this looks really good. That one's got a lot of meat on the bone back to 120, 140. No green dot on the monthly yet, but it should come here anytime. It'll probably be there in August and push up here to 120 to 140, but I still like TTD. Doge. Doge is selling off a little bit here as well. You're seeing a little crypto sell-off, so it's getting all the weak hands out. Again, we've pumped from 16 up to that was a 100% move. What do I tell you guys to do when you're up 100%? Probably take a little bit off the table. Sell 25%. It's okay. Okay, if you bought 10,000 here and made 100%, you now have 20,000. If you sell half the position, 50% of the position, you take your initial investment out that you put in down here. Okay, so now it's pulling back. We're just watching for daily and 4-hour dots, and I believe this one had a monthly, but it looks like it faded away. So we're watching for the daily and the 4-hour to see if we can save. I would say above 20 cents, we're bullish, but if we lose 20 cents, that could get ugly. So watching that and watching for that monthly dot to come back here on the chart of Doge. QS, QuantumScape, that one's breaking out really nice. Looks good. Just looking for the 4-hour pullbacks here. I don't want to buy this one way up here. Up in the red zone, we're staying away from that. Again, last time we were in the red zone was back here. Everyone was excited, and it sold all the way off. So this is more of a day trader stock. It's not something we want to go long on. If we're already in the red zone, we're too late to the party. Baidu stock. This is a Chinese stock. Very, very choppy, but I believe this one had the green dot on the monthly. So if you want to play that green dot, go ahead. I think Chinese stocks will eventually have their day. And looking for that one to break out to 108 to 115 there. Baba. Baba, we got a target, same thing, Chinese stock of about 140 on this one. Still not green on the monthly, though. So looking for that green monthly. We got Intel. I like this one. Still like Intel. Looks like they had earnings today and sold off on their earnings, but they beat on revenue. So I think this dip is going to be an opportunity here. It's still got the green monthly dot. I think this company is very undervalued. If anything, I think they're going to get bought out here one day. I think that one goes back to 32 to 35 by the end of the year here. I think this dip after earnings is going to be a buying opportunity. So watch for the 4-hour or the daily alert here. We got the monthly, so again, the direction is in our favor. We've been going sideways for about a year now. We're just waiting for that breakout now to the upside. So that one's still a hold. If anything, look to add that one tomorrow. We got Huma. Huma looks good here. It's penny stock. Got a green dot there on the monthly. Target on that's anywhere from 8 to 9, but I would be buying this here off that monthly dot. That looks good. I don't know anything about the company, though, so make sure you know what you're buying. We got Open Door. Oops. Everyone's talking about Open. So this thing was called out early in July at like 50 cents, and it absolutely ripped from 50 cents up to $5. That was a 10x trade. In my opinion, you're too late to the party on this, but as long as it can hold on to $2, it looks good. But if $2 breaks, I'd watch for it to come down to probably 150. That'd be a good spot. You see, you got the red dot there. That was yesterday right there around 280. You got these green dots down here at around 50 cents. That thing ripped to the sky again. Everyone on TikTok's talking about it again. What could happen? What could go wrong with all these influencers trying to pump up Open Door? We'll see. I mean, they're calling this the next GameStop, yada, yada, yada. But as long as it can hold on to $2, it looks good. But if $2 breaks, it's going to come down to back down to $1 to $1.50 probably. So watching for the 4-hour and the daily on that one. Okay, but I would rather bought it down at 50 cents. But we'll see what happens. It's got a nice green monthly dot. People speak pretty highly of the company, but they're only making about $1 billion a quarter. So we'll see. We'll see. $2 is a big level for Open though. I would look for the 4-hour or the daily. This is honestly a day trader stock now. Our trade would have been down here at around 56, or right here when we got the weekly alert right there at 65. But I mean, you're getting the monthly now, so we'll see how it plays out. Watch the 4-hour or the daily here. We got Caspa. Caspa doesn't have the monthly yet, so you need to see that monthly dot. You want to see that monthly dot. We got SMR. SMR is ripping. So this one's up here in the red zone. This is a day trader stock. If it's in the red zone, it's where you should be day trading. Up here, we're not going long. We're not putting in the 1 to 6 month long when we're all the way up here. This is where we should have been putting in the 1 to 6 month long. Okay, so up above 45, this one looks good. So if you want to play the continuation, just keep moving your trailing stop up. I'd put it right there at 45. What else we got? Getting pretty close here. We might actually get through all these today. We got Hut. Hut green on the monthly, just looking for the daily or the 4-hour to add. Okay, target on that is always up here. First target's always up here in the red zone. I would look for a target of about 26 to 28 on that one. Soxel. Okay, target on that would be 60 to 70. I look for the next green daily or the 4-hour. You're probably going to get the 4-hour here in the next couple of days, but chips still look very, very good. We called the bottom on this one at $7, and it's still pushing up. It could have a little bit more of a pullback here, but I think any pullback on this name is going to be good here going into the end of the year. I think chips are going to perform very, very well. And again, our target's always up here in the red zone. We got SLB. This one's on the watch list, so that means the monthly is green. If you guys ever see me look up a name and it has a green flag next to it, that just means it's on our green list. All these names on our green list are green on the monthly, okay? These are the names we're actively looking to buy because they have that green monthly dot. You can see SLB has that green monthly dot there. So looking for the 4-hour and the daily to add. It looks like you got one there Tuesday. You had an opportunity to add to it right down there at 34. So this looks good. I like it. Oil and gas, I think, is going to do very, very well here in the coming 6 months to a year. We got ZBCN. ZBCN, no data on the monthly. Things pumping. Target up there, 6 to 7 cents. GNS. You're talking about a stock or a crypto. I don't know. I'm going to guess the crypto since he requested ZBCN. That one's green on the monthly, so you're looking for the next daily dot. I like this one over 160. We got Ton coin. Ton's still down here at the bottom. Starting to turn green here on the monthly. Green candle, at least. Just looking for that monthly green dot there. We got Near. Near doesn't have the green dot yet, but I really like this one. Again, we were talking about this one before. Last time it pulled back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom. Got the green candle. Went from $1 up there to $9. That was an 800% trade. I think Near looks fantastic here. That's one of my favorite crypto plays right now. Even though it doesn't have the monthly dot, we are anticipating that. I think it's going to come in August in 7 days. We get new monthly candles on the first of the month every single month. So I think you're going to see that monthly dot on Near in August. Okay, you could even see it before. Litecoin also green on the monthly. So again, we're looking for those pullbacks. It hit the red zone, and now it's pulling back. I would have took some off on that red dot right there at 120, but I would look to add now the 4-hour and the daily now that we have that monthly, because this monthly signal tells us that we're going up for the next 1 to 6 months. I'm expecting a move like this over the coming months. Boom. Okay, this is just the beginning here. So we're looking to buy these kind of pullbacks here. Oscar recovered Myria. This one's down here in the golden zone. Don't know too much about it. I'd look for a green dot there on that one, on the monthly. XDC. That one's got a green dot on the monthly. That one's blasting off. Nice pullback here on the 4-hour. I like this one. I like this one off the pullback. I would look to add to this one here. And again, go long. 1 to 6 months, looking for that red zone up there at around 14 cents. That's about 100% from where we sit right now. Really nice move on this one. It does have the 4-hour, so you could anticipate this one and take an entry. Again, that is part of the strategy, or you could wait for the daily. It's up to you. But this one looks really good off of that green monthly. Last time we got a green monthly was back here in November. It went from 2 cents all the way up to 16 for about an 800% move. So this looks good. This looks good. I'd be watching the 4-hour or the daily for places to enter. UAMY. Up in the red zone, red dot, I'm taking profits. Bull. Bully, you got to use the 4-hour here. There ain't even any data on. This is such a new stock. You can't see any data because, again, it just came out in April. So it's brand new. I would like to buy it right there. We called that actually out at around 12 bucks, and it went up to 18. So I'd probably be taking some off at these levels. You're going to want to see that thing hold on to 16. Red dot on the reason I'm using the 4-hour is because there's not a lot of data. You can see that daily looks like it wants to come. Okay, this was a great time to be buying bull right there at 10 bucks. It went up to 18. Great. Awesome. Okay, monthly looks good, but there's just not a lot of data. If a stock is new, guys, and I don't have any data on my indicator, there's not a lot of stuff I can tell you technically. Okay, if you like Webull as a company, you might want to buy it down here. Okay, because technically speaking, using our strategy, I can't really tell you much about it. I'd have to be on like a really small time frame. It does work. This strategy does work, or the indicators work on any time frame as long as there's data. Like you could see, I can't see the Fibonacci, so I got to go to the hourly, and now I could see the Fibonacci, and you can see we're in the red zone here. So I think that might pull back to 14 or so and bounce. I would have been probably taking some profits up here between 17 and 18. Okay, that red dot's probably coming here shortly. So I would just want to see that one hold 14. 14 is a big level for that. But again, not a lot I could tell you on a month-to-month basis because, again, there's no data. But that candle is green and looks interesting. Near recovered again. That's one of my favorite plays right now. XPL. XPL crypto. I don't see that one, my friend. I'm sorry. I don't see the XPL crypto. Shadow. That one's green there on the monthly. Daily's pulling back. Looking for the daily alert, but again, looks like a rug pull. Looks very ugly. I do not like names that look like this. That looks like a rug pull. XR, is it XRPH? XRP Healthcare? Is that a thing? Is that a real thing? XRPH? XRP Healthcare. Apparently XRP has healthcare. But if that's legit, I don't know. I have no clue. I'd have to do my research, but looks very interesting. If this is affiliated with XRP, target would be up there at 25 cents. I'd have to do my due diligence on that one. But if you believe in it, down here in the gold zone is a great place to be accumulating. Papple. Papple. I don't see that one, my friend. Stocks will be covered. Solaxi. That one needs a green dot. Looks like a very new project. So can't really tell you much. RSR, we covered RSR. That one needs a green monthly. PTIR. Again, guys, I'm going to open up this chart request thread here so you guys can get more chart requests in over here in the Discord. I'm going to be opening that up next Monday, so you guys will be able to put chart requests in for next week's video. Sorry, I got behind a little bit. Me and the wife have been traveling quite a bit. We've been very busy this summer, so I like to enjoy my summers. You know, you don't got to be, with our strategy, we don't got to be locked in front of our computers. So in the wintertime is when I really spend a lot of time on the computer, or spend more time on the computer. But in the summer, you know, I'm trying to go out and fish and, you know, do fun stuff. Okay, because life ain't all about looking at charts. I know it's really fun to get caught up in, but the reality of our trading strategy, the beautiful thing about it is we don't have to be locked into our computers. We can buy and hold and just wait till our price targets hit, right? BKSY, this one's up in the red zone. So I would have been selling that red dot up there in the red zone at 28. Now it's selling off. So I think that one corrects probably down to 1350. DPUS, hyper data scale, looks like a penny stock. I don't know. Sorry guys, I can't, unless you're talking about a crypto. GPUS USD. GPUS USD. Talking about the stock. Sorry guys, if there's no data, if I can't see the data, I'm just going to skip your name just because there's really nothing I can tell you. ATHR, this is another very new name. 4-hour dot came right there at around 3 cents. So up above 3, this one looks decent. Again, very new project, so do your due diligence. Useless coin, that sounds useless to me. So yeah, I wouldn't touch this thing up here. I would not touch that thing. Looks like a rug just waiting to happen. BET USD. B-Chain's got a nice green candle here on the monthly. Very nice month here. We're getting a little bit of a pullback. I would look to load up on this one on the next daily or 4-hour dot. You got the 4-hour a couple hours ago right there at around 0.024. But the next thing you want to watch for is the daily. So that'll give the bottom signal. And again, our target's always up here in the red zone. We want to sell in the red zone between 7 and 8 cents up there on VeChain. That's a solid hold, looking to potentially add. Covered ADA, covered S. Did we cover SEI? I think we did. Yeah, we did. Okay, still holding that one to 60 to 70 cents. That one's got a lot of room to go. Looking to add on the dailies. Dailies are the 4 hours. XCM, we covered TEL. TEL's got some room back up there to a penny to a 0.012. Just looking for the 4-hour and the daily on those. Okay, that one has the monthly, I'd imagine. Oh, no monthly dot yet, but looks like it's trying to bounce there off a 0.003. We got Coke. Coca-Cola. That one needs a green dot on the monthly. Not touching that one until we get the green dot. NVIDIA. NVIDIA's running so hard. I don't want to take a long up here. We got the signal back there in June at around 133. This thing's just absolutely ripping. Again, it's a day trader stock. If you're up here if you're up here inside of the red zone, not a place we're looking to long. We were looking to long NVIDIA down here at around $100. It's all the way up 70% from that time. So it's a day trader stock now. We're not buying in the price discovery phase. If you're holding it, I would set a trailing stop loss at 160 to protect your capital. Jasmy. This one still looks good. Again, patience pays. Looking for that monthly dot. Looking for that monthly signal on Jasmy. RSR recovered. MSTY. Is that dividend stock or whatever? I don't know too much about this either, but look for the daily. The monthly doesn't have any data. The weekly's green, so I guess looking to add on the green monthly dots. Target up there at 40 to 45. PTIR we covered. RETL. It's got a little more room back up there to 11. What is this? The Retail Bull ETF? Green on the monthly. It looks good. Looks good. I'd look to sell some, though, at 11. Nice little bounce right there off of a OKLO. A Colo. That one's ripping. Okay, up there in the red zone again. I'm not looking to take a position up here. That's because that's part of my strategy. I never like to buy in the red zone. I don't care how high it goes. Just not my place to look for an entry. I'd want to buy OKLO down here at 20 bucks. Okay, monthly got the green dot back in May. So May was like all the way back here. Got the green dot in May. This is where the green dot came. Okay, now it's up a big portion. So we're not chasing that. We're not going to chase that. We'd be looking to take profits. Looking for reasons to sell. Okay, that one, same story. Up there in the red zone, no thank you. Rockwell. Same story. Yes, it's green on the monthly, but look where we're at. We're in the red zone. So day trader stock right now, I'd set a stop loss at 340. 340 on the stop loss to protect your gains, because hopefully you were buying down here. Okay, again, back in May. May was like right in here. 280. Nice move there. Tesla. Tesla's still red on the monthly. Okay, not looking to trade stuff that's red on the monthly. Okay, that thing looks like it wants to come down. So I'd wait for that dot to either fade away or a green dot to come back on the chart for Tesla. We got Bank of America. BAC. That one is green on the monthly, but it's up there in the red zone. So we're staying away from that one. AMAT. More of a day trader stock there, Bank of America. If it's in the red zone, I would day trade them. I mean, if you guys really want to trade them, I would day trade them. Here's AMAT. This one's having a nice little pullback here. I would look. This is probably my second favorite of the day. My first favorite was that ASML. Those two are probably my favorite setups right now. This one looks really good here. Just looking for the daily. You got the 4 hour, looks like today. 4 hours up in the red zone, but the daily's way far away from it. Okay, 240 be the target on AMAT. I still think those chip makers have a lot of room to go, guys. Here's EXPI. We called this one out at the beginning of the month when we got that green dot. Boom, right there at around, what was that? $9 or something like that. Probably right in here, $9.80, $9.50. Okay, still got room to go up to 14. This is a really solid company too, guys. I am very familiar with what EXPI is. EXP Realty is one of the biggest real estate brokerages in the world, and real estate's been heating up. So EXPI is still a solid play there. I think that one has some room back up there to 14. Here's Adobe. Adobe's got a red dot on the monthly, so avoiding that one. XCN. No green monthly on that one, but it is back down into the 200. I like it as long as it holds on to that low right there at 0.013. Okay, looking for the daily dot there. Doesn't have the monthly, though, so we're not really looking at that one. HBAR, on the other hand, has the monthly dot. So again, as long as the monthly is green, we are actively looking at the daily and the 4 hour per position. So the next daily dot you get on HBAR, you're going to want to eat it up. Okay, you're going to want to eat it up. You got the 4 hour here today. This looks like a good spot to add here at 23. If it comes down to 20, you could simply just add more. Never exceed more than 5% in any one position. Okay, I have that right over here in the tips. Okay, if I were to take a position on HBAR right now, I would not put more than 5% of my total portfolio in one trade. What do I mean by that? Glad you asked. Okay, if I have a $10,000 portfolio, okay, on one of these dots, I don't want to risk more than 5%. So how do I know what 5% of my portfolio is? I put in my total portfolio amount, let's just say $10,000, multiply that by 0.05, which is 5 cents, $500, okay? So I'm buying $500 here and $500 on the daily dot, okay? That's $1,000. You got 10% of a 10% position on HBAR, and then you're writing it out to your price target. Our price target would be up here at 35, but I think HBAR has a lot of room to go here. Nice green monthly dot there, big fat candle this month, and she just looks like it's getting started. Any daily and 4 hour alert on HBAR here for the next couple months, I would be looking to eat up. If this comes down to 20 cents, you better get the truck. And when I say get the truck, I mean load up. DG, Dollar General. That one's pulling back a little bit. I don't know. I heard these guys are kind of going out of business here. So they're making decent money still. Look for the daily. The daily's very overdone to the downside. Honestly, support would be all the way down there at 90. If you like Dollar General, right, look for the daily. Baba, we covered STX, we covered XTZ. We covered XTZ, I'm pretty sure we did. That one's got the monthly alert too. Okay, boom. And now we're getting a pullback, so wonderful. We want the pullbacks with the monthly dot. The pullbacks with the monthly dot are our favorite things, okay? Looking for the green dot here on the daily now. You got a 4-hour here today, so watching for the daily dot there on XTZ. Target is 160 to 180. ACH. ACH, nice pullback. No green dot on the monthly yet, though. Lulu, you guys could just call out the tickers. Just type the ticker. You don't got to type the whole company name. Lulu, we need the monthly dot. That thing has been beat to shreds here. Just getting killed here. Getting racked. Okay, looking for the monthly. Ether. I don't know if you guys saw, if you guys follow my portfolio, I call out all my trades over here in the Discord under Overkill Trades, but I actually sold my Ether options for a 250% gain. We were buying Ethereum right down here at around 18. This is the Ethereum ETF, but we were loading up during this time. Had a huge move up. I think I sold like right here at 26. Yeah, it went up to 29. I missed out on 10% of the move. But like I said, I made 25% or 250% on those options. So I had to sell some. You got the red dot there in July. So this is in the red zone. Well, actually, you can't see the red zone yet, but you can see that ETH is in the red zone. So again, not a bad place to trim some, not a bad place to take some off, because if we correct back down here to 2750, you're going to wish you did. But as long as ETH can hold on to 3,500, it's still very, very bullish. This one could break out and go into price discovery. So what we're watching for is a green daily. Again, we've been bullish on Ethereum, guys, for a long time. Okay, yeah, we got the receipts too. You guys can go watch all the videos from April, May, June. We were saying buy this whole time. I was like a broken record telling you guys to buy this whole period of time. Okay, just load up. This was a beautiful, beautiful consolidation phase. We had that last flush, and then this thing just absolutely ripped up here to 4K. So I was trading options on Ether. That's why I sold mine, just because options work against you with time. That's the only reason I sold. I still think ETH is going to 5,000 to 8,000 here by the end of the year. That's a pretty aggressive price target, but if we can continue this trend and the adoption continues to happen here rapidly, you're going to see ETH do some really good things. So if you want to protect your capital, if you were buying with us down here at 18, set a stop loss at 26. If 26 breaks, I'd sell and wait for that thing to reset again. So watching for a green daily there on Ether, but I wouldn't be buying that one up here just because, again, it's the risk to reward is out of the table, off the table. Okay, this one looks like it wants to correct a little bit too. Okay, that one's went for a ride, so I would be taking some profits on this one on SPX 6900. Technically, I'd be taking some profits. Okay, red dots, wave up here. Can't see the indicator. Can't see the Fibonacci because again, it's a brand new coin. Not enough data. So if you don't see the indicator on your guys' charts, that just means there's not enough data. So you have to go to a smaller time frame like the 4-hour, and you could see it. Boom, red dot in the red zone, looking to sell. Okay, and no data on the monthly. So think about taking some profits on that one here shortly. Again, I don't know anything about it, so if you think it's the next Bitcoin, then obviously you can hold it, but technically it looks overbought. Here's SUI. We already talked about this. $5 is my target on that. Octa. Phone's ringing like crazy. I got flushed out of this. Okay, I bought right here at 97, 98, got stopped out at like 92, I think, and then it hit 90, and now it's bouncing. So I think this one definitely has room back up here to 130. Okay, and this one also, oh, that has a red monthly though, so it really needs to hold on to that $90 price. As long as it holds 90, right, it's okay. Okay, it's got room back up there to 125. Set a stop loss at 90 on Octa though. SoFi's up in the red zone, guys. Up in the red zone, not looking to take positions. I would set a stop loss at 20. If it breaks 20, I would sell if you want to play the continuation. But again, red dot in the red zone is where our strategy, right? Not a lot of people talk about their sell strategy. Okay, we have a buying strategy and a selling strategy. Okay, and as long as we can be consistent, and if you guys like baseball terms, if you like to get on base, the goal of baseball, yeah, you can hit home runs, you can hit dingers, you can hit grand slams, but some of the best, they just get on base. They hit singles and doubles. They're consistent. Okay, we were talking about SoFi right here at 12 bucks. If you guys entered where we called it out at 12 bucks, you're up 79, 80%. So I think it's time to sell some. Again, if you want to play the continuation, use a stop loss at 20. If 20 breaks, I would sell it. DDDD. 3D Systems. That thing's pumping. No green dot on the monthly yet. If you want to play it, play the penny stock. I'm not a big fan of penny stocks, guys. I'm sorry. I want to trade names like United Health, things that are making $100 billion a quarter. Okay, but UNH, the bottom's going to be the monthly dot, guys. If this thing comes back to 250, I think that's going to be a great place to buy it. I don't think it's a bad place to take a stab at it. It is one of the biggest companies, the largest companies in the world, but they are under investigation for a lot of fraud and things like that. So, you know, that's the risk you're taking by buying that, is you're buying a company that's literally being sued and taken to court over fraudulent Medicaid claims. So that's where the fundamentals come in, right? You got to do your due diligence, you got to do your research, and you got to understand what you're buying. Because, yeah, a stock can be down, but if they go under because they're a fraud, well, then they're going to go to zero. And I'm not saying it's going to go to zero. Again, this is one of the largest companies in the world. They make $100 billion every 4 months. So what I'm looking for is a monthly green dot on UNH. 250 is where we bounced. Okay, we bounced right there at 250. So we'll see if that holds. Okay, got a green dot here today. Doesn't mean it's going to bounce. It doesn't mean it's going to bounce. The green dots on the daily don't mean anything unless you have the monthly. So just looking for the monthly on UNH. Pepe, we covered XRP, we covered Prime, we covered Open, we covered NNE. It's a nuclear energy company. I was tracking this for a while. That's getting back up in the red zone. So I'd look to sell the next red dot that you get there on the daily. But that looks like it could blast off there. Got nice support right there at 32. Looking to sell that one on the next daily dot now that we're in the red zone now. Okay, although we covered Matic. Matic's got a lot of room to go. 65 to 70 is my target on Matic there. And that one does have the green monthly there. Green monthly dot. Right there. Boom. Okay, but I think Matic, like AVAX, I think is a dead project. I just don't see anybody talking about it anymore. There's no excitement around it. Okay, and that's important. SHIB needs the monthly as well. SPX 6900, we already covered that. STLA. This is Stellantis. I bought this one, but I bought it on a green dot. The green dot appeared, but then it faded away. So again, this thing is very oversold. You can see every time this wave has been down here on the monthly, it's been a time to buy. Okay, that dot came right there at 13 back in November of 2022. That was 3 years ago. It went from $13 to $30. Same thing here. This went from 8 all the way up to 22. Huge trade. Same thing right here. Huge trade. So this is a long. I put that in my position as a long. It's been very choppy over the last couple of days. But again, I'm buying and I'm holding until I hit my target. Okay, my target on STLA is probably 20 bucks. And that monthly dot did show up there. So they actually got earnings coming up next Tuesday. So I think that's going to be a market-moving event there. Okay, I think that's going to be a market-moving event. So I have a position on that. I'm holding it. And I'm long until I hit my price target. Again, our sell strategy is laid out, guys. I went over it at the beginning of the video. When this stochastic comes up here to the white dotted line, that's when we sell our position. Or, right, when it comes back up here in the red zone. And again, a company like this makes $74 billion a quarter. Okay, someone was saying the other day that they're going bankrupt. How do you go bankrupt when you make revenue $73 billion a quarter? Every 4 months, you're making $73 billion. Okay, that's insanity. Okay, they're not going bankrupt. My target on that is 20 bucks. How to react to changes from last call? I don't know what you mean. There's no changes. We're 1 to 6 months out on all our investments. AMP needs the monthly. Bull, we covered NXT, NTX, or what that NXT. God, my phone is just popping today, dude. NXT, USD. I don't know what was happening with Starlink, but I posted that thing in the Discord about my Starlink being out. I didn't think I was going to be able to do this video, but Starlink was out for probably 5 hours today. And I noticed a lot of you guys were out of Starlink too that had it. So glad I wasn't the only one. This one's up in the red zone. So again, in the red zone, we're looking for places to take profits. I'd sell the next red dot. I'd sell this one before earnings next Tuesday. I'd sell this one tomorrow. If they beat their earnings and it goes higher, that's just something you're going to have to live with, because if it goes the other way, you're going to be pissed at yourself. CLS, also in the red zone, looking to take profits. You could day trade this one, but again, our trade, we would have been entering down in this area, somewhere in here. Okay, that thing's up 100% from that area. We're not taking a long up here in the red zone. I like how my wife just comes and uses the bathroom right by my office when I'm streaming. I think that's hilarious. HD needs the monthly there. And by the way, guys, if we can get this video to 300 likes, I don't know where we're at right now, but if we can get the 300 likes on this video, I will give away 100 XRP. If we can get the 300 likes. TNYA, therapeutics company. Monthly's green, looks good. Another penny stock here, up to $4 would be my target. Again, our strategy, this indicator isn't very accurate on penny stocks. Sometimes it'll call them out, but again, this is for good quality projects, good quality names. I know it's not the most entertaining way to invest, but it is probably the most, I don't want to say the most successful, but it has a very high hit rate if you guys are able to hold for 1 to 6 months. I would say if you could hold for 1 to 6 months, these monthly dots are probably going to be around a 70% hit rate. 70% hit rate on these monthly dots. If you can hold for 6 to 12 months, it probably goes up to 80 to 85%. Okay, just the accuracy depends on how long you can hold. I always have people ask me that. How accurate are the dots? How accurate is the strategy? Well, it just all depends. How long are you willing to hold it for? How long are you willing to hold it for? Right? I mean, if you're looking at Bitcoin, right? If you would have bought any of these dots throughout history since 2015, realistically, it's 100%. If you would have bought here, 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 every single dot you have bought on Bitcoin on the monthly is 100%. That's not me making anything up. That's you looking at the chart right now and seeing, okay, yeah, 100%. If you would have held Bitcoin forever, okay? There's no real way to ever tell what percentage a trading strategy is. There's really no way to measure it, especially with our strategy, because the longer you hold, the longer you're willing to hold, the more accurate it's going to be. If you can hold for a year, I'd say that it's off of a monthly dot. If you have the ability to hold for a year, I would say it's about a 80 to 85% accurate, 80 to 85% chance you're going to make money if you invest on a green monthly. And if you can hold for 2 years, it's probably 90 to 95%. So it all just depends on how much patience you're willing to have. Okay, a lot of new people get in here and they'll buy one of these green dots. Like on STLA, we bought it, I don't know, right there, I don't know, probably around 10. And then it sold off 7%. Well, look what a 7% sell-off looks like on a monthly chart. We're not looking for the prices down here when we buy. We're buying for the prices up here. We're not buying for the prices down here. We're buying for the prices up here in the red zone. So you have to be willing to wait 1 to 6 months, 12 months, right? However long it takes to get back up here. Typically, you see the move happen in 1 to 6 months when you get this green dot here on the monthly. Normally, you will see the price come back up here into the red zone within 1 to 6 months. If it doesn't come within 1 to 6 months, it might be 7 months, 8 months, 9 months, up to 12 months. Like I said, if you can wait 12 months, I think this strategy is anywhere from 80 to 85% accurate, meaning the price will come back up into the red zone 80 to 85% of the time, maybe even more than that. It just depends on what you're buying. If you're buying shit coins, if you're buying rug pulls, if you're buying hype coins, okay, different story. But if you're buying good quality projects like a company like Stellantis here, okay, they make Dodge and Chrysler, and they're a car maker, right? And cars haven't been doing very well over the last 2 years. But, right, that can change. If rates get cut, more people will buy cars because it'll be cheaper to do so. So, again, we as investors, we're thinking about what's going to happen in the future. We're not thinking about what's going to happen tomorrow or the next day or the next week. We're thinking about where are we going to be, right? When are we going to get back up here? Okay, is that going to happen in the next 1 to 6 months? I believe so. I believe it will happen. Okay, same thing with Link. How long do you think it's going to take to get to the red zone? Okay, 1 to 6 months where we're sitting today? Probably very, very likely. So, again, all these names on this watch list. If it has a green dot on the monthly, we are bullish. Okay, Near we covered, AVAX we covered, MilDef, it was a penny stock, dude. So I'm sorry, but I'm not interested in looking at penny stocks. I'm sorry. It's just not our strategy. I'm not going to recommend people buy penny stocks when it could be a crap company. So it has to be over at least $1, right? If it's in the pennies, no thank you. Crypto, different story. Okay, AERO, we covered this. Target's up there at $2. Ondo, we got the golden dot back here in June. That came at 80 cents. It did dip off to 60, and you had another opportunity to add to it right there at 60 cents. It went all the way up to $1.20. Now it's pulling back. So I like that the stochastic's getting down here on the floor. I think crypto's going to just absolutely explode here into August, dude. I think it's going to get crazy. Okay, and again, our target's always up here in the red zone. So I'm targeting 180 to 2. Last time to sell Ondo was back here in December, okay, before it sold off. So if you got in on the golden dot there, you're making money, and it's still a hold. Okay, if you want to add to it, look for a green dot there on the daily. Well, we're getting pretty close here. ZBEC we covered. TARS AI. TAI. Another AI play. This one's just consolidating. So I would just buy this one and stake it. Look for that green dot. Right, as of right now, we're in a consolidation phase. A consolidation phase is where we just go sideways, okay? Not going up crazy, not going down crazy. We're just kind of range bound. So I would continue to hold this one. If you're long on it, hopefully you're staking it on their website for, I don't know, 10 to 15%, whatever they offer. Target on that's up there at 40 cents. Uniswap. Uni still a hold. Targets between 16 and 18. Looking to buy the next daily. Polkadot. Did Dot get the monthly yet? No, it did not, but it's very, very close. Casper we covered, SBET we covered, ICP. Did ICP get the monthly yet? No, it did not, but that one is very close. This is another one I like. I really like how oversold this one is. I don't see a lot of people talking about it, but that's normally a good thing. We want to get in before the hype. It's, again, just going sideways. So sideways isn't always bad, guys, right? Sideways is right. We want to buy when the waters are calm. We don't want to buy when there's a bunch of hype or when people are panicking. We want to buy the calmness, right? This is calm waters here. We're just sideways. Not going down crazy, not going up crazy. We're just kind of stuck here. So my target for ICP would be up here between 14 and 16. Just watching for that monthly dot for that confirmation of the reversal. We're getting pretty close here, folks, and I'm going to open these chart requests back on Monday, so you guys be ready for that. Not doing any traveling anytime soon. I think next weekend I'll be out, but next week I will be continuing these chart request videos for you guys, covering your charts. Apple did not have the monthly yet, so waiting for the monthly on Apple. If you want to play this one, just make sure it holds on to that $2 level right there. $200 level. I would love a $2 Apple stock, but target on that's anywhere from 240 to 260. What else we got here? PayPal. Actually, wanted to look at this one here today. Let me stand up here real quick. PayPal's moving. So target on that's up here at like 92. 88 to 92 target. I still like that one for a hold. You got the green dot here on the monthly. I think you buy PayPal here. PayPal is they own Venmo. I think Venmo is a very, very, very powerful app that people underestimate. I think it'll incorporate crypto. I think that's how a lot of people are going to send their crypto back and forth, is going to be through Venmo. So I like this one up to 88 to 90. Honestly, I would be waiting until that stochastic gets back up here. Looks like they got earnings coming up on Tuesday as well. So lots of earnings next week. There was lots of earnings this week as well. But first targets would be 88 to 92 on PayPal. I really like PayPal here. That one looks good for a long. ARB we covered, Dot we covered, Near we covered. We got Fear or Fee, Pfizer or Ugly. Wait for the monthly. OXY. OXY's got a monthly. I don't know why this one's not on the green list, but it should be. Okay, green dot there on the daily. I like this one up to 60 to 64. Riz. Riz is still a hold, guys. I see a lot of you freaking out about this. It's gotten hammered. People are panicking now. Okay. Mine's staked. I'm earning 8% a year just by holding on to it. So if this project turns out to be something, which I got a good feeling it is, because they're one of the most impressive, at least websites I've seen for a low cap play like this at a $3 million market cap. I mean, $3 million is nothing. I mean, it's nobody knows about it yet. We're like the first investors to this. Okay, so I'm just watching for a daily on Riz, and I'm continuing to stake and hold my mine in the in their wallet over here. You can see I have all mine staked. I think I want to get to 10 million, but I have so much that I just don't really want to add more. But you can see I have 5 million Riz here. So I'm sorry, 5K. So I can just, like I said, all my Riz is staked in their wallet, and it's just earning me more Riz. So if Riz ever goes to $1, I made $5,000 here in the last couple of days. So I just got mine staked. I'm not worried about that one. That's a long-term play. If that turns out to be the next H-bar or something, I was very impressed with their tech. I was very impressed with what they have to offer, and they are actually launching their own blockchain here pretty soon. So I think there's a lot of positives coming out for that one. I think buying it down here is just an opportunity. So yeah, I'm just holding mine, earning, what was the APY they were paying? I think they're back up to 8%. Or something like that. Yeah, 8.5%. 8.5% is about what the S&P 500 averages in a year. Okay, 10% on average. So if it's staked, it's just you're earning more coins right now. So that's not one you want to panic sell down here. Poly we covered, near we covered, TRNR. TRNR. I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't really see that one there. SEI. SEI we already covered. AETHIR. ATH. If you guys could just type the tickers, that helps me out a lot. Okay, that one's got some room back to 5 cents. Okay, look for the daily or the 4 hours. Cardano we covered. We covered those. CRO. CRO's got some room to go back up to 20. That one's in my portfolio as well. Just continuing to hold here, looking for that big breakout up there to 20, 25. I think it's coming very, very soon, guys. We got that monthly alert here. Looks fantastic. Okay, looks very good. That's a hold. Looking to add on the 4 hour and the dailies. XCM we covered. Rose. Rose doesn't have the monthly yet, but it looks like it could print here very, very soon. This one actually made a new low, which isn't a good thing, but looking for that monthly dot there on Rose. Link, we covered XTZ, we covered Dymo. Emo. Okay, looking for that green dot, trying to reverse here off of, it looks like 4 cents. Looking for that green monthly. Getting real close here. CLOV. Glove looks like a healthcare company. Healthcare's been rocked, but it needs the monthly alert. We need the monthly dot in order for it to fit our strategy, guys. VNet. VNet's got the monthly. That one looks good. Okay, got some room up there to 12 to 14. I like that one. Looking for the daily or the 4 hour alerts there to fit our strategy. TTD, we covered that one. XRP, we covered. HBAR, we covered. Pump. Did they rug it? Oh, they rugged their coin. No. Imagine that. A rugging platform rugging their coin. Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't believe it. Can you guys believe that? That they would do that? Oh, man. What a cold world out there it is. That's just crazy. Mamo, this one's been going up nicely. We had a few people call this one out. Congratulations to you guys riding that one out. If you got in on the green dot right there in July, that was at 6 cents. It went all the way up there to 21 for around a 200% move. I like it over 11 cents still, but probably should have took some off right there around 15. Yeah, it's just a brand new project. I can't tell you too much. My main question is what happens when the monthly changes from a green to red dot? That's normally when you want to sell. So I lay out how to trade the dots, right? I lay out how to trade the dots right over here. So you can see the golden dot means buy, the monthly dot means buy, the weekly dot means buy. All those mean buy and hold for 1 to 6 months. Okay, daily buy as long as the green, or the as long as the monthly is green. The 4 hour buy as long as the monthly is green, and then the 4 hours you can see means sell or reduce your position by 25 to 100%. So Doesn't mean you have to sell the whole position, but you could take some off. I just don't like to hold through red dots on the monthly. It hasn't served me well in the past, and yeah, I think Tesla. I think Elon got a little too political, and I think he dug his hole, if you know what I mean. They got earnings coming up in October, so yeah, doesn't look too pretty. I would like to pick up Tesla at like $200. I think that'd be a good spot there. Let me see here. What else we got? BTBT. Bit Digital. That's green on the monthly, so we're looking for daily and 4-hour alerts. I'd like to pick that one up at like 250. That'd be good. GNS. Genius Group. That one's got a green 4-hour, green monthly, red weekly though, and the daily. So get another penny stock here for you guys. Yeah, I mean, if you want to play that daily dot, use a stop loss at 1, but it already had quite the move there. The risk to reward's off the table, in my opinion. If it comes down to 80 cents, I would consider. What is this one anyway? GNS. Focused on education and learning solutions through its innovative platform. The company offers an ecosystem of education tools. It's about a $99 million company. So again, you're looking at penny stocks there. So LRC USD, is that Loop Ring? Loop Ring doesn't look too bad. Just needs that green monthly. ARB we covered. Could you tell me, please recommend your top crypto and alt? Yeah, so I talked about those at the beginning of this video. I think all those look very, very good. Obviously, I'm going to be biased and say anything in my portfolio. I have CRO, I have Arrow, I have Link, I have ARB. Those are my heaviest crypto positions there. I also have Chirp and Riz. Those are kind of Hail Mary plays. Those are very new projects. So yeah, and then the rest I pretty much have stocks. But Link is my favorite play. By far, that is my largest position. I think that is a very solid technology that I'm investing into. I know what I own, so I'm not freaked out when it dips. When it dips, I'm actually happy to buy more. CRO is another one I like. ARB, they had that partnership with Robinhood, and then Arrow. And then I talked about all those at the beginning with HBAR and XLM, and Algorand looks really good. So any of those names, really. TTD we covered, TAI we covered, SCI we covered, ASMU, Assemble AI. Green dot there on the monthly. I like that. And it's pulled back here on the 4-hour. So I would play this one if you believe in it. I don't know too much about it. It looks like a pretty low cap coin, but it does have the monthly, and it did get a very nice pullback, very nice drawdown from that high of 6 all the way down to 2. So I like it right here at 2 cents. I think you buy this one if you want to go long. And that's it, folks. So I'm going to reopen this request thread on Monday, so you guys will be able to request charts again. We got all caught up from the vacation that I happened to go on there, so that's all good. That chart request thread will reopen on Monday, and we will get back on schedule with those chart request videos. I just wanted to get caught up before I reopened it so we don't stay behind so much. That's it for today's video, guys. Again, if you guys do not have the trading indicators or any of the indicators I talked about, you guys can download those right here inside the Discord by clicking on this link. It takes a couple of clicks and everything loads directly up into your TradingView account. You're going to get the green red dots. You're going to get the Fibonacci, the levels that we talked about, the red zone, the golden zones, things like that. If you need help setting up or have any questions about anything, feel free to email me. My email is right there in the thread. If you're new, I highly recommend checking out the course if you made it this far to learn a little bit more about our strategy. I feel like I cover it pretty well in these lives every single time we make a video, but there's videos over here if you guys want to watch more in depth on tutorials and stuff like that. I did a TradingView tutorial yesterday that goes over TradingView. TradingView is just the website that we use to chart, tradingview.com. So this is the website, and then the indicators are inside of TradingView. So if you guys have any other questions or anything like that, feel free to email me or hit me up over here inside the support chat. I'm happy to help you guys. It's what I'm here for. I'm here to share information and gather information. This channel is not about me. It's not about you. It's about all of us working together and staying ahead of these markets together. So again, I get just as much out of this as you guys sharing information as I do, or you probably do for me. So I thank you guys. I really love the community. I love everything about what we're doing here. We've seen a lot of success over the last year. So let's just keep at it. Let's just keep at it. Stay disciplined, stay patient, and good things are going to happen. God bless y'all. Y'all have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.